Hi, this is Angela from BeTerrific and the Podcaster, coming to you from New York Comic Con Live. It's the last day and it's Kids Day, and we're here with HarperCollins, and reading is so important. As you know, people come to Comic Con, they're always thinking about the comics, they're not necessarily thinking about the books, and with the children and the adults, reading's so important. So it's really great to see you guys here.
Thank you for coming.
Oh.
Well, I have to say, we've been now here, Harper Voyager at least, has been here. This is our 6th year at New York Comic Con. We started off with a tiny space. We were 10 by 10. We just had a wall behind us and boxes of books in front of us, and we gave away thousands of books over 4 days. Now, 6 years later, this is the HarperCollins booth. So Harper Voyager being a very small imprint within a large mothership company, and I have to use the word mothership because it's Comic-Con and you need that.
Exactly. I mean, how fantastic is that?
Right. So look at the HarperCollins booth here at Comic-Con, and Mary Elizabeth Hart is here from Mysterious Galaxy in San Diego. She flew in just to sell books for us and is doing the biggest trade we've ever done at Comic-Con.
That's awesome. Thanks for coming, too.
You know, the wonderful thing is there's a huge amount of crossover readership. The kids who are either starting with early reader books, like some of the Big Nate books that we have, or who are here reading the early comics, are readers as well. And of course, the adult readership crossover is huge. There are so many impassioned science fiction, fantasy in particular fans, but even mystery and horror fans here as well. Plus people who are curious about nonfiction that has crossover appeal, whether it's tie-in books to television shows like Doctor Who or movies like The Hobbit. You know, there's a lovely Creature Vault book all about the Harry Potter creatures. People like reading still, and they like reading electronic books, which, you know, we're happy to sell too.
Comic-Con is about collectibles, so one thing that we really try to do is get as many authors to sign their books here as possible, because New York is the capital of book publishing. Publishing is part of pop culture. Comic-Con is a celebration of everything pop culture, not just comics, but everything pop culture. And people love their authors. They celebrate their authors. They want to go home with an author collectible.
And are these some of the highlights you have from the pop culture and the author collectibles?
Absolutely. This one is called Getaway God. It's the 6th book in Richard Kadri's Sandman Slim series. He also is based out of California. Now, this is a very classic noir type mystery done with the supernatural. It's about a hitman who's escaped hell and basically is battling the devil.
Help us, please.
I know, on the streets of LA. Like, LA is hell.
Well,
And coming from New York, I would agree with that, but my friends in LA would not.
Neither would my friends in LA. But it lends itself so nice to the environment as well, so relevant, and it just brings sort of that, you know, passion and vision to the book that people, when they're reading, you know, it's your imagination that turns that book into what you see.
It's magic. Yeah. Absolutely into magic, and magic being another big thing that we're selling here at the show. This is the newest book by Ilona Andrews. She's a #1 New York Times bestselling author, and that's about an alternate Houston, which is run by mages.
Wow, really? I had no idea.
You know, so there's a lot of really fun books. There are authors galore here. Both Richard and Ilona flew in for the show. We had about 200 authors from across every publishing house appear here. Mary Elizabeth ran all the literary paneling.
Mary, are you a Wonder Woman? Are you a Wonder Woman?
I just am very, very fortunate to work with a group of publicists who play so nicely together. The cooperation in the industry is so wonderful because we all have the same goal, which is making sure that the authors get their time in the spotlight and that the readers get their chance to interact with the authors, because to so many readers, authors are their rock stars, and we're delighted to be able to give them the opportunity to interact at events like this.
Authors are our rock stars.
We do.
We need a pin.
Oh, that would be perfect. And then you need like you know, kind of like this, but you need some hair that says authors are rock stars.
Tiaras.
Read, keep reading. I mean,
Tiaras. We have swords. Why not tiaras? And yeah.
tiaras for the women, of course, as well. And 200 authors, I mean, that's pretty terrific, pretty impressive to be able to manage that and to have them here over the 4 days. I mean, what type of organization does something like that take?
It takes everyone. You had a consortium of about 50 publicists working with Mary Elizabeth and with Read Pop on those panels. So we had everyone from Aisha Tyler who's got a book out right now, to Richard Kadri, to Gillian Anderson from the X-Files. My panel actually had someone from Buffy the Vampire Slayer on it, who Amber Benson is an author. So there are a lot of celeb authors, and then there are a lot of make authors where readers really love their universes. And Petra Meyer from NPR came up, and she did a panel that was talking about universes, building universes, and that's what the best authors do, is they create these multi-layer series, these worlds that readers just want to escape into, and they want to go time and time again back into it. And that's where someone like a Kim Harrison or Jim Butcher has made their living, by creating these alternate worlds that readers, I mean, there are readers out there who are LARPing, live action role playing, as Harry Dresden on these floors. They literally have literary heroes, and they are dressing up as them at Comic-Con.
It's so amazing and so wonderful to see that people are really getting into a book. I mean, how awesome is it just sit in a chair, put a little blanket on, and as you said, escape into the world of the books. And I mean, you see here we have go places without actually moving, and that's exactly what it's about. It's wonderful. And Mary Elizabeth, what do you have with you as well?
I actually have Soda Pop Soldier by Nick Cole, who's not here. He's a West Coast author who did not come out, but which I love because I am not video game friendly, and this is a fun future book in which the best game players are recruited by huge corporations who
Let's
are
show this to the fans here.
Advertising space, and Nick managed to make me very involved in video games without me actually getting vertigo and throwing up. So points to him.
Awesome. So how can the fans find out about this, find more information? Those who haven't been able to come to Comic-Con, or those who have just maybe missed the booth by some chance, where can they follow up with, either you guys or a website, Facebook, to get all of this wonderful information?
Books. Right there, if you step aside, this is where they can find out everything about Harper Voyager Books at the conference, HarperVoyagerBooks.com. On Twitter, we're at Harper Voyager US, because we are in US, UK, and Australia. And then Facebook is Harper Voyager Books US, and you'll see pictures, book deals, everything. Author interactions. If you miss them here, you can chat with them over on the web.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much, ladies, for joining us, and thanks for bringing books to the fans at Comic-Con. It's so important. Reading's wonderful, and we just really had a great time here with Family Day. Thanks again. This is Angela from BeTerrific and the Podcaster at New York Comic-Con Live.